What is going on, everybody? Today I have another trade video for you guys. This time it's Josh Bell. He is the first baseman for the Washington Nationals. Obviously, we all know the Washington Nationals are not in contention to even come close to a playoff spot. And this poses the question, if they're not going to make the playoffs, they have a good player in Josh Bell, he's going to be a free agent, why not trade him and get what you can for him? And that is what we will be talking about today. I will go over all the teams that may need a Josh Bell in their lineup. So let's get on into it. First off, we'll start in the AL East, and I think the team that needs him the most would be the Red Sox. They really don't have a first baseman. They kind of use Franchy Cordero, and Bobby Dalbec isn't really that good of a player. Yankees have their first baseman in Rizzo. Blue Jays have Guerrero. Tampa Bay has Choi, and then Baltimore, they're trying to contend, but they'll probably end up selling. The Red Sox would probably have to give up like a Nick York or a Jeter Downs and probably a Brian Bello. I think those assortment of prospects would definitely get the deal done. Now let's move on to the AL Central. I think the team that could use him the most is the Minnesota Twins. They're atop the division right now, and they're looking to get better. Right now they have Arraez at first, but he's not a natural first baseman, so why not get yourself a Josh Bell, who's done pretty good defensively this year too. The White Sox, Kansas City, Detroit, and Cleveland, they really aren't in contention that much, so I'm going with the Minnesota Twins. They would probably have to give up a Simeon Woods Richardson and maybe another mid-level prospect and maybe an MLB-ready player, and I think that would get the deal done. Moving on to the AL West now. I think the team for the AL West would be the Houston Astros. They have Yuli Gurriel right there right now, but he's showing his age. He's not doing that well. And the other teams in the division aren't contending. You know, the Mariners are up there, but they have Ty France when he comes back from injuries. So I think they're good. So I think the Houston Astros would go for it. They would probably have to give up a Forrest Whitley and a Tyler Whitaker and maybe an MLB-ready prospect or player, but I think that would get the deal done for them. Next up, we have the NL East. And being that Bell is already in the NL East, I don't think that anyone in this division would really trade for Josh Bell, as they all really have solid first basemen. You know, the Mets and Braves are the only ones contending, and they're good with their first basemen. And even the Phillies are good with Rhys Hoskins, and the Marlins aren't in contention. So I'm going to leave the NL East alone, and I think no one. Moving over to the NL Central. I think the team that could use a Josh Bell is the Milwaukee Brewers. They really don't have that good of offense, and I think Josh Bell will definitely boost that. And the other teams in the division just don't really need a first baseman. Like the Pirates aren't contending, the Cubs aren't contending, the Reds aren't contending, and the St. Louis Cardinals already have Paul Goldschmidt, one of the best first basemen in the game. So I'm going with the Brewers. They would probably have to give up a Sal Frelick or a Bryce Terang and maybe put in an Ethan Small, and I think that would definitely get the deal done for Josh Bell. Moving over to the NL West, I think you can see the Padres make a move for Josh Bell. They always need offense, and Josh Bell is a perfect player for them, as the Dodgers already have Freddie Freeman, Giants have Brandon Belt, and then the D-backs in Colorado really aren't in contention. So I think I'm going to go with the Padres, and a package could be along the lines of a Jackson Merrill and maybe a Joshua Mears. I think that could definitely get the deal done. So yeah, one more time. I got the Red Sox, Twins, Astros, Brewers, and Padres, and I don't have anyone for the NL East. And yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comments down below. Tell me what packages you think could be changed, or maybe some teams that might come into play, but that's what I think. And I do think the Washington Nationals would take most of those deals. Maybe a couple, maybe overpays, but I think the Nationals would pull the trigger on all of those deals. I think if not, the other teams might not make the deal because they would be giving up a lot for only one season of Josh Bell. So out of all those teams, I think the Boston Red Sox will go out and make the move for Josh Bell. I just think it would be a perfect move for them to make. They need a first baseman very bad. All the other teams could kind of go without Josh Bell because they do have a first baseman, but the Boston Red Sox, they really kind of don't have a first baseman. You know, they're playing Franchy Cordero, who's a natural outfielder. So yeah, I think the Boston Red Sox would definitely be able to use Josh Bell, and they have the prospect depth to do it. I think the Nationals would say yes to this, and I think if Boston really wants to make a chance at a run in the playoffs, I think Josh Bell would be a perfect addition for them. He's a switch hitter, which is always good, and he has been playing fairly good defense. I think he's like one of the best first basemen defensively this year, which no one expected, but I mean, good for him. But yeah, like I said before, make sure to let me know what team you guys think Josh Bell will end up going to, what the package may look like, everything of that sort. And please be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And I thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. See ya.